do, folks? This is Panther Jim, and I'm bringing to you a commentary here with NBA2K12 gameplay. It's the My Player mode, and I'm the point guard for the Phoenix Suns. Yes, my name is Jim Hernandez. I'm playing against the Boston Celtics here, and this game is really a whole lot of fun. Really enjoying the My Player mode. I'm not really good at it, but in the gameplay, from this is, it's not great. I think I got like 20 points for this game. But what I wanted to talk about is, what me playing this game has brought back some memories for me when I was a kid. A little background here. I was born and raised a UCLA Bruins fan. My dad used to give me bedtime stories of John Wooden and how great the UCLA teams were back then in the 60s and the 70s. We're talking the dominance of, Lou Alcindor. We're talking Bill Walton. We're talking Lynn Shackelford. We're talking Keith Wilkes. I mean, these guys were incredible for UCLA back then. And I always really wanted, just since day one, I always wanted to play for UCLA. So I've always been a big fan. I wasn't the tallest guy. I ended up getting to be almost 6 foot tall, but I had already clocked out of school by the time. I think I ended up being like 5'10" when I left school, and somehow got a couple inches and ended up being at 6 foot. But I missed my kind of window of opportunity for playing basketball. I was a good enough point guard for high school, and I truly believe that I could have played some college ball, but there's no way I thought I could play a professional ball. That's just insane. But I really wanted to play college ball, and I really wanted to go to UCLA. But I know for being my location, I really knew that I wasn't going to get looked at by a lot of schools. But and at the time when I was playing ball, the 3-point line wasn't really installed into the game like it is now. And in high school, for me, it wasn't there. And I believe it was the year after I left is when they implemented the 3-point line for high school. Now, why that makes a difference for me is because, for the most part, I used to shoot pretty far out. I mean, it was the norm for me to bust out, a 28 or 30 footer. That was my range, and I can hit it. Mind you, I used to ask my coach if it was okay if I can jack it up from that far, but that was my shot, and that was my skill level. I had a pretty decent handle for being my size, and I had a good enough handle. But yeah, I missed out my window of opportunity to play college ball. There were some good guys when I was playing high school ball. I had just missed out on meeting with the O'Bannon brothers, who went to Artesia High School over here in Southern California, which the O'Bannons ended up going to UCLA. And there was a guard that was pretty much dominating up in LA. His name was Derek Martin, who ended up playing for the LA Clippers. And there was another guy who I ended up playing against who went to Morningside, and his name was Eldon Campbell. And if anybody doesn't know who he is, he used to play for the LA Lakers. I believe he was kind of more or less their power forward, or I wouldn't really call him a center, but man, back then at Morningside, that son of a bitch used to jump out of the buildings. Anyway, so I was pretty much a UCLA fan, and I liked the structure of UCLA back then. They were, it was a bounce pass, it was a bank shot, it was, nothing really fancy back there in UCLA. And then, as I continued to watch basketball, I just wanted all this knowledge of the game and how I can make myself better. I ended up turning on the TV. Where I live here in Southern California, they used to air the UNLV games on Channel 9. And what was funny was I really didn't know who Chick Hearns was, but he used to do the UNLV broadcast. So you're looking at our time, it was close to being like 10:30 our time, and then they would show the UNLV game, and Chick Hearns would do the announcing. And I mean, I know it's kind of overstated, or it just, it's just, a figure of speech of someone saying, oh man, I was enlightened, or That was a religious moment for me. But really, that was a religious moment for me watching UNLV basketball. I've never seen that structure of basketball before, where these guys would just constantly run up and down the court. And I found one thing amazing. It was a fast break back then when it was Tarkanian's son who was the point guard then. And it was a 3-on-1 break, 3-on-1, and they're going full court. And Tarkanian's boys got the ball right down the middle. And then on the left-hand side, I believe it was Freddie Banks. And then another another forward that was on the left-hand side. And in your normal game, it's a 3-on-1. You got your guys on the wing attacking the basket. Not these guys, not what UNLV does. These guys would sit there and branch out, looking for the three-point line, waiting for the ball to get kicked out to them. And I found that it was amazing. I'd never seen that style of basketball before. Just, we're just going to outrun you and we're going to outplay you, and that's the end of it. But just to see these guys, what they could do with a basketball, running that style of offense, I thought it was incredible. And so like I said, I'm a UCLA fan, but I ended up becoming a real fan of that style, of basketball by UNLV. So more or less, I was a closet UNLV fan. But always the running joke for my dad was when I wanted to play, because I said I was always into what UCLA was doing, and I told my dad, I go, Dad, I just didn't know if I can make it. I'm trying to get noticed anywhere to go play college ball. And I kept telling my dad, I'm trying, Dad, I'm trying. And then he kind of jokingly tells me, like I said, it was just a little joke. He says, well, if we can't play over there at UCLA, because we'll go play for Tarkanian over there at UNLV. And I always thought that was kind of cool, because I would have loved to play that style of basketball. I don't know if I was conditioned to play that, but my God, it certainly would have been pretty fun, though. I was actually pretty lucky enough to go see UNLV. My buddy at the time, he was going to UC Irvine, and he calls me up and he says, "Hey Jim," he goes, "I got 2 tickets on the student section for the UC Irvine UNLV game over here up in Irvine." And man, seeing Carmelo Anthony, Anderson Hunt, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, Liddell Eccles, those guys running up and down the court was just an incredible. It was really like watching a rock concert. That's how awesome it was. But man, I think that game ended up being like a 40-point blowout or something. But my God, it was an awesome game. Just seeing the style. I like that style, but obviously I don't want that style to be played over at UCLA. That's a more structured thing, whereas UNLV, it's more or less just run and gun, and I enjoyed that. I have been lucky enough to go see UCLA play. I was 8 years old, and my aunt gave me 5 tickets for the UCLA USC game over in Poly Pavilion, and I took 2 of my best friends who I played basketball with, and my mom and dad obviously went with us. But that I just remember that feeling. I actually got chills walking into Poly Pavilion, and just knowing about the history of the game there. It was just pretty incredible. And then I did go to one other game. It was for the NCAA tournament that was over there at Poly Pavilion, and it was just me and my dad, and it's just kind of one of those moments that that I'm always gonna remember, just hanging out with my dad. We must have watched like 3 or 4 games for the tournament then, because it was like the first round, and we were there all day. And like I said, it's just one of those special moments that I always have with my dad. But good game nonetheless. I'm pretty geeked up right now, because hopefully this video will get done sometime tonight, and then I can post it on YouTube. But I'm really excited for the release of Battlefield 3. All the guys in my crew, we already have pre-ordered it. I think my partner might be the co-founder of our group. I think he might be actually trying to make the midnight run to go pick it up and stuff. But as far as me, I only have Sundays and Mondays off. I got to go to work Tuesday morning, so I'll just go to my job and then go pick up the game so I can play it maybe sometime that afternoon and hopefully tonight. But I'm looking forward to the game. I will be putting out videos for Battlefield 3. Mostly, I'm gonna go stick with my montages. Running around stabbing folks and some good quality kills. I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna post it. And so if you're into that thing, just kind of stick around and hope you enjoy that. Man, and I'm really hoping for is my boy Easy. I don't know. I haven't really got his feeling towards Battlefield 3. I did hear him make a comment about the demo saying that he wasn't thrilled about it. But I'm really hoping my boy goes out there and buys the game and puts out some videos for it and just streams it. And because my guy, I wouldn't have been into Battlefield 2 if it wasn't for him. Because like I said, he just made the game so damn entertaining. And now me and my guys in my gaming crew, we always make the references to what Easy used to say when he would play Battlefield 2. So. Man, that's about it, man. The game's kind of winding down. I think I've talked enough already about my love for UCLA, my closet love for the running Rebels of UNLV, and I think that's about it. It's time for some player of the game highlights. So of me, Jim Hernandez. I just want to say thanks for you guys for watching my video. I hope you guys all have a good one, and just again. Thanks for watching my video. This is Panther Jim. Peace.